Welcome back to the Live to Grind podcast show. I'm Brendan C. Adams. I'm heading to the airport to pick up Herb Gonzalez for filming this weekend. We got the Mastermind coming up this weekend. It's Thursday. And then we're going to go to Dubuque, Iowa and pick up our speaker for the weekend for doing the workshop, David France, a friend of mine. He actually has helped us with the Young Entrepreneur Convention 2 years in a row now. And then also our second cameraman, which we haven't used yet. I'm curious to see how he does. I hear Herb says he's a great photographer. And so it'll be cool to see that. We're going to come back and kick off our weekend. Spend some time back in Northeast Iowa. Go on an airboat ride tonight, maybe shoot some guns. We got the Mastermind crew coming in tomorrow. And we're going to have a great weekend at the cabin. We're going to do some workshops. We're going to talk about the power of relationships and connecting and just being authentic with it and actually how to connect with people at events. We're going to go over a lot of stuff. You know, I want to talk about something that's on my mind right now. And the reason why it's on my mind is actually watching. It was Jason Tucker, who's been on the show before. Shout out to Jason. He posted, he's in our mastermind, and he posted in the group a video. It's a Goalcast video. They have all kinds of motivational videos. And one of them it was about a 6-minute video. And one of them was by a general. It was very motivational. And actually, I listened to this at 12:37 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. And I woke up at 5:45 a.m. to go run a mile to the gym I work out in town, work out there, and then run a mile back, and then get ready for me picking up the camera crew. But the video went like this. The sergeant talked about how the Marines, when they start out for trying to become a Marine, there's 144 people that had started out. When they got to the last 5 weeks, there were 42 people. And they talked about the last part of their training, which to graduate actually. It's Hell Week. And talked about how they had to go through all these obstacles. They literally went like 6 days without sleeping. People are hallucinating. They're going through hell, and they're in this cold water, and they're basically just in the worst experience and atmosphere ever. And the whole point of this is to mentally challenge somebody and prepare them for something if it was going to happen in war or whatever it may be. And it puts them through hell. And he talked about how they were in the last 8 hours of the Hell Week. Last 8 hours. And literally, they make it through the last 8 hours, they would graduate and they would become Marines. And he saw as they were, the 42 Marines were in the water. They were sitting there, and one of the tasks they had to do at end was sit in cold water and mud, and they hardly ever had any sleep at all, and they had to make it until the sun came up, and they would have graduated. And they had 8 hours left. And he saw that some of the Marines wanted to quit. They're so mentally pushed and drained, they wanted to quit. And then all of a sudden, one Marine started singing, and it was really bad because he was shivering, and he just obviously wasn't all there, and it was really offbeat, but he was singing. And the sergeants were telling them, if you continue to sing, you're going to go longer. You're going to have to stay here longer. They're basically just saying things to them to push them and fuck with their head. One Marine was singing. The next Marine started singing. All of a sudden, 3 or 4 Marines were singing. And before you knew it, all 42 Marines were singing. And that freezing cold water that they were in, all of a sudden wasn't so cold anymore. It started to feel a little warm. And the mud wasn't so bad. And that 8-hour wait until sunrise didn't seem to be so far away. Felt like it was closer and closer. And in that moment, they had hope. And he said hope is the most powerful thing we can have. Hope is what can change the world. And that one Marine gave hope for the rest. And with that positive mindset and that attitude, they came together, they sang, they were unity in one, and they made it to sunrise. You bet their fucking ass they graduated and they were fucking Marines. Whoa! I always want to say that. Seriously, badass motherfucking Marines. And that story made me think about the times where it's tough for me, where I think it's tough, where I wake up in the morning. This morning I woke up early, had 4 hours of sleep, and part of me, the devil side of me, said, you know, just lay down, press snooze. You'll be fine, press snooze. And, you know, actually it was windy outside. It looked like it was going to rain. And instantly my mind thought of the Marine. I thought, Brandon, stop being a little bitch. Get out of bed and go for a run and go work out. Because somewhere out there, somebody's got it way worse than you. And think about what the Marine had to go through. And you getting your ass out of bed, it's just a small fraction of what you would consider to be a pain or inconvenience versus what the Marine had to go through. So I think about that. I ran to the gym. I worked out. And part of me, like, it was strenuous and I was doing reps. And in my mind, it told me, I want to quit. Don't do any more reps. But then I thought of the Marine. I thought, you know what? I got 5 more reps in me. I got 6 more. I can do another set. I can do 5 more chin-ups. I can bench another 50 pounds on that weight. And, you know, I think about this mindset. I think we all should have this mindset. Because I will say, being an entrepreneur or anyone that wants to be very successful in life, that wants to have big goals and dreams accomplished, if you want to achieve big things, you're going to have to take big, massive action. And I, of all people, know on the journey, there is always struggles. Even today, tomorrow, every day, I'm consistently, now as I grow and my team grows, every single day, I am confronted with issues and obstacles that most people, the average person, would see it happen and occur to them, and they would fold, they would give up, they would freak out. But do you think that Marine, if he was going into battle with them 42 other or 41 other Marines, if he's going into battle, if he had an obstacle, you think he has room for failure, for folding, for retreat? No, he'd fucking die, and the rest of his platoon, rest of his team would die. There is no room for error. And you cannot quit. In the toughest of times, you have to push forward. I go through shit every fucking week where there's stuff going on, and sometimes I wonder, like, part of the devil side of you says, you know, it'd be easier not to do that. Fuck you, devil. No, you keep going. I don't care what your situation is right now, whether you got negative in your fucking bank account, whether maybe the bad situation at home, maybe you have kids, you're trying to figure out how to take care of them, or maybe you got fired from your job, you can't figure out how to make money. I don't care what it is. If you want it, you will make it happen. And a lot of us need to have that Marine attitude, because as a Marine, there is no other option, because death is the other option. Death. If you take that mindset for your business, for your goals and everything else, and you look at it as if I have to succeed, because if I don't, I'm gonna fucking die. It'll be the death of me. Don't let it be the death of you. The most successful entrepreneurs, I've interviewed hundreds of entrepreneurs, I've surrounded myself with the most influential people in this world, and what they have is pure grit, and they know they're gonna succeed, and when obstacles come, they know it's a part of the journey, and nothing will stop them. I always said the only thing that will ever stop me is a bullet to my head. I don't think I'm going to get shot anytime soon. So have the mental mindset as a Marine. Become a Marine in your business, in the gym, in your goals. You are a Marine out to find success. You are a Marine out to get what is owed to you. You are a Marine out to make an impact on this world. You are a Marine that is working hard to build hope for others. One person can change the world. Nelson Mandela. You look at what he's done. You look at history and time. Abraham Lincoln. All these people, they gave hope to others. And they impacted millions, even billions of lives. Because they took everything on as if they were a Marine. So that story at the beginning with the Marine that was in the water, that was singing, that could be you. That could be you that takes your followers, your team through battle, and you give them hope for a better life and a better vision and a better dream. I am the Marine. I am the one that's singing. I am the one that's doing whatever it takes to influence others, to help us towards our goals, to go on in the battle and survive, because failure is not an option. Failure is never an option. We will succeed. We do succeed. We are successful. That is all we know. So if you want to make it in life, you have to have the Marine attitude. Failure is not an option. And you got to look at it as if you were going to lose, you were going to quit, it would be the death of you. If more people took out that attitude in life, more people would get to their dreams and their goals faster. That's how I look at it. And that's how I take on everything that I do. So, anytime you get lazy, you get down, things aren't going for you, you're hurt, life's throwing shit at you, think of the Marine. Think of the Marine. Think of the Marine and sing to yourself. Do your own motivational quote. Do your own warrior chant. Do something that makes you move forward. You got to dig that shit deep out of you and pull it out, that motivation. Be the Marine and go after your goals in life. If you do that, you're bound to become successful. My name is Brendan C. Adams. Become a Marine and go out there, create something great, and become unforgettable, because life is too short not to. I'm Brendan C. Adams. Have a great day, everyone.